guys, Patrick Don from Market Realtors here, and today we're here with Kim Watson. If you watch any of my other videos, you know who she is very well from SWBC.
Yes.
Thank you very much for meeting me here.
Thank you.
On a beautiful day.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about USDA loans. You know, when you hear all these different types of loans, it can get confusing. Like, what is FHA, VA, USDA? And what's the differences? Why should I use them? And all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to break that down. Well, not me, really. Kim, trying to break this down for you so that you guys understand when you go into when you call Kim, you know what you're asking for. So today we're going to talk about USDA loans. So, Kim, thank you once again for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so the first thing we're going to ask is, who is eligible for USDA loans?
Mm-hmm. Anyone that's looking to purchase their primary residence that falls within the eligibility criteria of where the house is located. That's a real big factor for USDA, as well as you have to meet their household income guidelines and requirements as well.
Okay, so it's certain locations in Georgia
Yes.
You have to be in to get the USDA. What locations would they be? Could you give me an example?
Sure, like a good chunk of Port Wentworth is included in USDA, as well as Guyton, Rincon. USDA has a really cool website that we can look up for you if you've got a specific property in mind, that we can just plug in the address and USDA will come back and tell us whether or not that property is eligible for financing.
Okay, so it's for, what did you say, rural assistance, like rural development?
USDA is run by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which hence the name, and it's the rural development area. And so really the goal of this type of loan was to create jobs and employment and, just kind of better economic development in rural areas in general.
Oh, okay, all right. And so when you talk about there is income limits, what do you mean by that? What's the income limits?
Right. Income limits, what they're looking at for USDA works a little bit different than some other standard programs out there, because they're going to be looking for total household income, and they're looking for a maximum number, okay? And
for the household?
For the household income. So you could have, let's say you've got a husband and wife who are looking to purchase a house, but only the wife is going to be on the loan. Typically, in other programs, that's the only income that we're really considering, is just the person who's on that loan.
Yeah.
In this case, we have to look at anyone who resides in that home or is planning to live in that home that is 18 years or older. And we have to factor in their total income as well. Not just, we don't use it for qualifying, but we have to make sure that they don't exceed what USDA considers to be low to moderate income.
Okay, so dad, mom, son, daughter, work, it's all their income together.
All pooled in together, as long as they're over 18. Yes.
Okay, well, why wouldn't they just go in and loan together?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons why. Sometimes credit usually is a very big reason.
Okay.
Especially if you've got, a 22-year-old living in the house with you.
Yeah.
They may not stay there for a full length of time, so they may not want to be on that loan and be tied into that particular mortgage.
Okay, that brings up a really interesting question. So, what if, say, I'm going to go, I know you got to stay within the guidelines here. Let's say I have a 22-year-old son, and say he works at Walmart, whatever.
Right.
I tell him, you need to move out for a month so I can get this loan. Would that work? How do you know?
No.
How do you know?
We have to pull tax transcripts, and so anyone that's living in that house, we have to, factor in and get all of their details and their information, and we have to pull, tax returns and transcripts from all parties that are within that house to be able to determine what that eligibility is and make sure that they're not exceeding that. They do try to have certain pitfalls in, as far as avoiding those types of circumstances.
The USDA does? They have ways of avoiding that kind of fraudulent behavior?
Yes, it's very, you've got to consider you're working with a government-backed loan. So you want to make sure that you're, giving the information honestly and ethically to avoid any type of mortgage fraud scenario that you would end up inadvertently putting yourself in.
Inadvertently or purposefully.
Or purposefully, yes. I'm trying to be nice.
Right. When you brought that up, I had to ask that question, because to me, I was like, well, that's the first thing that came to my brain. I was like, just move them out for a month.
Yeah.
So, okay.
No. Yep.
All right, pitfalls. Don't do that.
And you're signing a lot of disclosures that say you're not doing that.
Okay. So you're perjuring yourself. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. So you said there's a website that can tell you if I'm going to go buy a home, whether it qualifies for the USDA.
Yes.
So if I wanted to look it up, can I look it up myself, or do I need to? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
excellent.
public has access to it as well.
Okay.
You can even just Google USDA property eligibility. It'll pull up the USDA website, and then it'll allow you just to plug in an address and tell you if it's eligible.
All right, excellent.
Very easy.
So, but you know what? Just let Kim do it, because why not? You know, she can do it for you very easy and quick.
Yes.
All right. So, what are the benefits of using the USDA?
Benefits, major benefit is no money down. This
Mm-hmm.
is 100% financing. So we always have that aspect of it where, FHA, someone's going to have to bring, 3.5% of the sales price in as a down payment.
Yeah.
So this is going to be absolutely no money down. There's also, comparing it to FHA, FHA charges a monthly mortgage insurance premium, so it can raise your payment up. So if somebody's buying a house that's $150,000, their total monthly mortgage insurance every single month might be $106 on that particular loan. With USDA, they provide it at a reduced rate, so you're talking only $43 a month
Saving
added
like
on.
$70
Yeah.
a month. That's
Big difference.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a couple gallons of gas or tanks of gas right there.
Yep.
For those of you that are not aware of the government shutdown, it is starting to affect the mortgage business and the real estate business because the USDA program. Can you tell me a little bit how it affects the USDA program?
Mm-hmm. Right now, with the shutdown, USDA is also in the middle of a shutdown. So while we can still pre-qualify you and make sure that you would qualify under USDA guidelines, unfortunately loans that are within that program cannot close until the government reopens and funding is restored to that program.
So if I was going to write a contract right now and I was pre-qualified for USDA loan, basically what Kim is saying is that you need to let your real estate agent know that you got a USDA loan because it could affect when you close the home. It could push it up a little bit or maybe a lot of it. I don't know. We just don't know, right?
We just don't know.
Okay. So that's a government program, but also the FHA and VA programs are a government program. Are those affected as well?
The good news there is they are not. They are totally 100% operational, and we are closing those on time without any delays.
Well, that's excellent news.
Yes.
So I'm not saying stay away from USDA loans right now. I mean, we can still work through them, but just depending on when the government shutdown ends, I mean, it could cause some delays. So just so everybody's aware of that, that's just during this time. When the government opens again, there'll probably be a slight backlog.
There'll be a backlog. We'll be able to know what that looks like when the department is back open, and then we can watch that on a daily basis as that moves through the system.
Okay, so if you have any questions about how the shutdown is going to affect your loan or anything, give Kim a call.
Absolutely.
If you like this video, give it a like, a share with your friends. They might be looking to buy a home. You never know. Sometimes they don't tell you. Have them go check out Kim's page as well at SWBC Kim Watson. And thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.